So far in this series, I've talked a lot about how to organize your songs. What I want to talk about in this video is bringing them to life. And more than any other genre, country songs do that with visual pictures and specific story details. One bit of advice that songwriters get pretty often is show, don't tell. Hearing an explanation of what happened isn't nearly as entertaining or engaging as watching it happen. For example, I could write a song where a guy is saying, "I'm just a simple country boy and you didn't think I was good enough for you and I'm still mad about it, so I decided to show up at your party and embarrass you." But when Dwayne Blackwell and Bud Lee wrote Friends in Low Places, what they said was, "Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair." Now that gives basically the same information that I gave, but it does so much more. It pulls us into the scene. I can see the angry look on her face. I can feel his smug satisfaction. I can sense everybody in the room cringing a little bit. I'm into it. I can't wait to find out what happens next. But the way I said it, I don't think it's going to make anybody care very much. One thing I notice fairly often from writers who are starting out is they write lines like, "Driving past all the places we used to go, thinking about all the things we did." Well, what does that tell us? Not much, really. What if it was a guy saying, "There's the park where you always used to beat me at hoops and the bar where that jealous boyfriend broke your nose"? Or maybe, "There are the swings I used to push you on and the bench where I proposed when we were 10. In both of those examples, we know they're driving past the places they used to go, thinking about the things they used to do, but we learn so much more. In the first example, we know that they were competitive with each other and kind of rowdy. In the second example, we learn that they were childhood sweethearts. Now, some people get the idea that it's better to leave everything very general because that way more people can relate to it. But I think just the opposite is true. When everything is very general and there's no detail, it's also bland. It doesn't create emotion and it's harder to relate. I may have never shot hoops or been in a bar fight, but it might make me think about my rowdy friends. I may never have had a childhood sweetheart, but it might make me think about a past love. When you bring the story to life with visual pictures and specific details, we start to feel like we're hearing about real people. And it's so much more easy to relate to real people than to general concepts. Even if the specific details of our stories aren't the same, we connect with the characters on an emotional level. And aren't those the songs that people love the most, the ones that make us feel something? So don't explain the plot, show us the movie.